even in the desert, you can be that abundance that you seek. I grew up in a desert for my entire life, and I grew up in an impoverished Mexican community. And what I realized there is so many people are in that lack mindset, and it's reflected in a desert environment. And when we think about the desert, we think about like, well, there's not that much water, there's not that much this, there's not that much that, and that's the problem. That when we are thinking of whatever it is that we're intending to do, or intending to see, or intending to be, we can often think of what is missing, rather than what is actually there. And so growing up in this desert, I saw that pattern repeated over and over and over within myself. I of course saw it within my family and within others, but the most important thing was that I witnessed it within myself. And I witnessed how I allowed myself to believe that I was only worthy of like $500 a month. Then that came $1,000 a month, and then that was $2,000 a month. And even last month I had broke and shattered my my records of income by literally choosing to focus on the abundance that God has given me. And when I started to witness like even how abundant a desert is, like a desert is abundant in sand. A desert is an abundance of trails, and a desert is an abundance of sun and minerals underneath. And in my desert, the underground, we had huge aquifers. We were abundant in water as well. And had I overlooked that and said like, this desert is a bunch of crap, this is this and that, I would curse the own land that I'm standing on, that my family's been on. I would curse those who have come before me and have come after me, because my family's still there. But I had decided that this generational poverty was going to end with me. And here I am currently in Tampa, Florida. Go ahead and show you guys. So I'm in Tampa, Florida right now, and I'm at a 3-day event called Offer Mastery, and it's about learning how to master the ability to give offers to somebody that could literally change their lives overnight. So by learning how to be that abundance, and be that abundance symbol, and what people think about when they see me, and when they think of themselves, like that's the key. Not to glorify my name, but to glorify God's name, to glorify the abilities that we do have within us, that God has provided for us, that not many are super willing to embrace, that not many are willing to look at. And now because of I'm going out into the world, and my long distance 2-year marriage has now become whole, and we're now living in person, and I'm moving in with her tomorrow. It's been 2 years of seeing each other for only a week at a time, every 3 months, and that was really challenging for both of us. But we saw the abundance in all of that. We saw the learning, we saw the growing, we saw how it was working for us. And because we focused on how things were working for us and that abundance, even though we weren't seeing each other in person, we made it work with that commitment. That commitment to seeing the best in the other, that commitment to seeing the best in ourselves especially, the commitment to seeing that God wants us to succeed, that God wants us to win. And so now, being here in Tampa, like there's grass everywhere. Like there's grass literally everywhere. There's trees, there's animals, there's moisture in the air, there's opportunities to serve others, to start and grow and develop businesses and communities, and to work and to play golf, and all of these different things that I at one period, not even that long ago, felt like I wasn't worthy of, or that I needed a whole lot of money to do this. But I can assure you that even in a move, even in a transition, even in a big change in your life, if you have that commitment and you don't currently have the finances to make that happen, that's okay too. Because your intention to have the finances and to discover a vehicle and to discover what it is that will help you to move to that next level, well, it'll be so. And it'll be presented to you by these beautiful intuitions that are just like, that just seem like they were your ideas and that seem like so natural because you set an intention, because you've been imagining what it would feel like rather than thinking that it's outside of you. This abundance out here is a reflection of the abundance that I've been feeling within myself. The seeming lack of the desert and wanting to have more, wanting to be bigger, wanting to be out into the world and come back to the desert every now and then with my family, with my friends, my community I built there, and help them embrace their meaning, their level of success as well. And I really, really was tired of having to struggle every single day to pay my bills. I literally, for years, for like 2 years actually, I was in consistent like $0 bank statements. And I would have to literally use one of my credit cards to pay off another credit card. I would go to the store, I would get cash back, I would pay off another credit card with that credit card, and then or I would take out money from, as soon as I paid a bill, I would take out money from that credit card and then pop into my debit card, and it was a mess. And then I ended up paying so much more in interest. And you do what you gotta do, but at the same time, there's a fine line between just being temporarily broke and having your plan, and then being broken and feeling that you're broke for the rest of your life, and that you have to wear ugly clothes, and that you have to wear the garment of a disbelief, of lack, of all of these different things. And I remind you again that you don't need that much besides your faith, besides your commitment, besides your intention that is everlasting, that is an eternal flame that will guide you into where you're going. Because where you're going is more important than what your current situation currently is. If you were to have a child who needed emergency help, and you needed $5,000 and you literally have a negative statement, you will do whatever it takes to make those $5,000. Because then, it won't be expensive, it won't be a big lot of money. It will literally be $5,000 immediately manifested into your life through your commitment to what it is that you intended to do it for. If you don't have a big enough reason, then every time you work out, every time you go to the gym, every time you do something difficult, you're gonna wimp out, and then you're gonna think this wasn't for me in the first place. But that is a complete fallacy. Something that Myron Golden, one of our top speakers here at Offer Mastery Live, had shared was disruption follows intention. And what does that mean? Well, disruption is anything that disturbs your normal flow of things. It disturbs any normal flow. And intention is setting a clear statement, a clear movement forward, a clear direction to directing a certain energy, a certain focus, a certain energy. So disturbing the flow of energy is disrupting the intention. And when you are setting an intention, disruption follows. It's not that the disruption is showing you that this is not for you, or that you shouldn't do this, or this is a sign to stop. No, what happens is the world tests you. Your inner mind, your disbeliefs test you. People around you test you to see if you're willing enough to work through those disruptions and get through the valley of shadow to enter into the mountaintop. you have to go through the valley to enter into the mountaintop. I'm just checking for mosquitoes everywhere. I'm just like... So, with that being said, remember those things that I just told you. There is abundance in the seeming lack. As soon as you start to witness what is it that is abundant there, and then number 2, be that example that you want for others, and be out in the world, do what it takes for what it is that you want. And then number 3 is absolutely going to be continuously challenge yourself and set clearer, deeper intentions, and remember that even though something might disrupt your flow, something big might happen, continue with that intention. Set a clear why and who you're doing it for, and you will start to see how your rags can turn into riches and how you can start changing your life for the better. Love you guys. My name is Julian Paul Cadiente, God Experiencing Julian, right here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below what was your biggest takeaway from this video and what you would like to start seeing me share more of in the future. So thank you guys. God bless you all, and have a magical day.